children are human beings also. They're very complex human beings, and they're going through a lot of development in every domain of the human experience. They're developing as social beings, they're developing as emotional beings, and they're also developing as academic beings, individuals who are seeking knowledge and are hungry for new experiences.
Now, Jay, we looked through your Instagram, did a deep dive, and tried to do our own research. And you had this one post over the summer that was along the lines of, you don't have to like everything about teaching to become a great teacher. What are certain areas that you love about teaching, and what are others that you don't like as much?
Uh, what I like is there are so many things. I think I like a lot more things than I dislike, and that's a good thing, right? And those the things that I like all revolve around this area of creativity, which I personally crave. I'm an individual who likes to engage in creative pursuits, and I particularly didn't have talent in anything other than I guess speaking to children. So I kind of landed in a lucky spot. But it's the creativity aspect of teaching. Like every day is a very different and new day, and it requires a certain level of creativity. One of the primary goals is to engage children, and children are human beings also. They're very complex human beings, and they're going through a lot of development in every domain of the human experience. They're developing as social beings, they're developing as emotional beings, and they're also developing as academic beings, individuals who are seeking knowledge and are hungry for new experiences. So that challenge is what I love about teaching, because every day I have to think about how not to bore my children. I want to make sure that they are excited to come to my class, that they like the overall experience of being with me and spending so much time with me. And that includes ways in which I can help them socially and emotionally and developmentally, but also as academically. So that's really what I love most about teaching: the opportunity to be creative and to play around with things, test things out, and constantly be learning new things. And that's the other thing. I guess the second part is it's a profession where you're constantly learning new things. You could be trying to do the same thing every day, which I don't think is very effective. Most teachers will tell you, but even if you were doing that, you would still be pushed to learn new things. So that's what's so exciting about it.
I think that's something I noticed too, just growing up, seeing that we were doing something every day. It keeps you on your toes, really, as opposed to a profession that's just in and out, clocking in, going into the office, getting into a routine. It really takes away from a lot of people. So it's great that you found something that such as this.
Yeah, and no shade toward those professions. That I feel like different people have different needs, and some people like a different type of structure and very clear boundaries and set systems and things. And what I like about teaching is that teaching is kind of a profession that allows for both of those types of personalities: the people who seek out freedom and don't want to be in kind of a contained environment where everything is very explicit. So if you're an individual like that, you can be like that. You can be a teacher like that. You can be a teacher that is very clear about expectations, with very set rules and routines and systems. And I find those teachers to be very effective, actually, personally. Um, but you could also be a teacher who is, a more inquiry-oriented teacher who requires less of the black and white, or and strives more on the gray, in the gray realm. And you could be a great teacher if you're that type of person too. So I think the classroom gives you the opportunity to be who you want to be, and that's what's so, I think, great about the profession. It's very flexible.